Welcome to the second episode of this series, which, statistically speaking, is bound to be a disappointment. Today is the first Tuesday of the month, which means one thing: Bowtie Tuesday. And Bowtie Tuesday is, of course, a tradition from SSP 17. Well, thank you very much, Petter. That was some useful extra information. This flip-out screen is actually really convenient for tying your bow tie. Today's pro tip. Once every month there's a meeting for all the leaders of the study program-specific student organizations at NTNU Gløshaugen. I was one of them a few years ago, and this fall I'll be moderating their meetings. It's the first meeting I'll be doing that today, but I'm not really concerned because they're all outstanding individuals, so it should be a walk in the park. Okay, that went pretty okay actually. It was a 2-hour-long meeting and we went 2 minutes over time, which is acceptable. Now we have the traditional office to office, which I won't describe in detail. First office is completed and I'm just stopping by to drop off my backpack. Today it's Wednesday and it's the beginning of Norway's biggest culture festival called Uka, which means the week. The festival lasts for 3 weeks and it's organized entirely by students, almost 2,000 of them in fact. The core of Uka is Ukerevyen, which is a student review show. It's probably the best review in the country, and our review, Nablarevyen, was actually invited to see their final rehearsal today. And yeah, just buy your ticket if you haven't done so already, because they're simply amazing. They're incredibly talented. This is empty, by the way. Another thing that started on Wednesday was World Space Week, and very few people organizing an event for that on Tuesday. Registration is going a bit slow, so we'll have to put in some more effort to promote it. So today we're making posters and putting them all over campus. It's mail time. If only I can find something to open these with, that would be really nice. Let's see. Yeah, that works actually. That works really well. So this is actually a really affordable spotlight for filmmaking. Let's see how it works. I can make cool like lens flares with it, I can be like J.J. Abrams. I can actually make like a really affordable Hollywood style 3-point lighting setup. 3-point lighting, yeah, that's the word. Because I have like the window here as a key light. Now it's pretty dim because it's almost in the evening. I have a light panel there, which works as a fill light at the moment. Or actually this is more like the key light now. And then I can have this as the hair light. Okay, you can actually see it in the edge of the frame there, but you see how it casts light on one side of my head, and thus putting me more apart from the background. So of course I can also put the light directly behind me to get sort of like this halo around me, which is a cool effect. So let's go ahead with the second package. So this is actually nothing more interesting than just a standard range lens, and it's actually much worse optically than the one I already have. But the thing with this is that it has completely silent autofocus, which is perfect for the kind of videos that I want to make. So now I got this pretty cheap, a used one, and I can sell my much better one for probably like twice the price. So I'll put this on the camera now, so that you can hear the sound of the autofocus with my current lens and with this lens. Let's see, if I try to move the camera a bit closer, then the autofocus really has to work. And you can probably pick it up already from this microphone that's on top of the camera. So let's try to put on the new lens, or the reverse lens, but with completely silent autofocus. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So now I'm moving it much closer to my face, so the autofocus really has to work. So I actually can't hear anything here. So yeah, I think that's it. Now this will be my new standard lens, and I can sell this, which is good. Okay, sorry for geeking out a bit yesterday. That won't happen that often, I promise. Today has been a pretty slow day so far, but I saw from the footage yesterday that I had a lot of dust in my room, so I had to fix that. I also did some laundry. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Why else are you hanging up wet clothes? Okay, that's actually a good point. And let's see, I have another trip to the library coming up today, so I might do some time lapses from that.
take a good look. Oh, you see my smile. Yeah, baby, take a good look. Oh, you see my smile.
So as you can see, Uka is a pretty big thing around here. In fact, when they announced their name, they had half of the main road going in and out of Trondheim city center closed down for about 1 hour, I think. Perfect, finally found a way to use that footage. It's 5 o'clock now, it's Friday, and I'm finally heading up to campus to do some work. It's really never too late to start. Or it probably is, but yeah, 5 is not too late anyways. Okay, so there actually was a few people there when I arrived, but now it's almost 7 o'clock and I'm the only one left here, which means I can show you around physics land, finally. I think I showed this in the last video, but I have some like space props there, and I think there was someone from chemistry who was sitting here before me. That's horrible, really, because this is physics land, but anyways, they have like a lot of chemistry memes around here, which I don't really approve of. I don't really know who's sitting next to me there. The seat is always empty, I think. But yeah, it really seems like people are living here. You have like coffee cups and everything. Here we have a coffee cup from my... That's a coffee cup from my student organization, which is cool. And here, of course, we have a wall with lots of famous physicists. And yeah, at the last edge here we have... That's kind of like a motivation for us to keep working. My favorite is probably this guy here. He's pretty cool and pretty advanced for his age, I think. So I had my camera set on facial recognition autofocus, and it chooses to focus on Lise Meitner instead of me. So we actually have some art on the wall here, or it's really on the floor. But this piece is really cool because it's a screenshot from Tarantino's first movie, Reservoir Dogs. I approve. So I think that's all for this short tour around physics land. Now I have to get back to work. I didn't actually wash this apple before, but yeah, it's really good. While I'm eating this apple, I really have to give a shout out to all the Norwegian apple farmers out there. You guys rock, these are incredibly good. Okay, it's 8, I'm getting hungry and tired, so it's time to head back to base. And as I walked home, I realized I should have said, it's about 8, and it's time I ate as well. Yeah, how could I waste an opportunity like that? As you might hear from my voice, I caught a cold over the last days. And it might be due to the changing weather here in Trondheim this week. Actually, yesterday was a milestone this fall, because it was the first day I had to turn on my oven. I didn't film the event itself, but here's a reenactment. I'm kind of cold right now. Okay, I'm less cold now. And that's really all for this time, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.